Hey, sorry, I just turned this on, so I'm trying to make sure that it looks right. Hey guys, I'm not sure how. Oh, actually, I can see how many people here, but I just wanted to come on because I don't know if anyone was here. Hey, I don't know if anyone was here last time, but I did a live. I don't know, maybe like 2 weeks ago, and it was a really fun time. And I realized that tonight is when the new Taylor Swift re-recording is coming out, and that is something that I'm going to be doing on this channel. So when I posted about it this morning, just that it was coming out, someone had commented that I never finished, I guess you could say, like Reputation by doing a ranking. So um, partially, I guess, because I'm a little bit lazy, but I was like, I could do this on live just because it is kind of like a release night, and this would be a lot less editing to do than making the ranking video. So I figured I'd do it on live if anyone's interested in watching this. I am very old school in some weird ways. So I have a notebook that I am going to rank Reputation based off of. So I figured as I do it on live, people can maybe give their opinions about it. I thought that maybe would be fun. Um, Also, while we're doing it, since I am doing it on paper, I need the track list. Look what you got. Look what I got. So recently I got a record player, but I didn't know what records to buy. And look, I found one at a local record store in my area, and it's used, which I don't think really matters, but I got it for I don't know how much they should cost, but I think it was like $20, which I don't think is bad. So I got actually Reputation on vinyl. I don't know if there's different versions of it, if this is a good version of it. I have no idea. This is what um I actually haven't even played it, so I don't really know how these work. I'm not really good with records. Um this is what this one looks like, which I think is pretty cool. That's one of them. I don't know. Oh, this is the end of the album, I guess. I don't know. There's two of them. So this is the other one, which all of them look pretty cool. This one is like the album cover, I guess. So I don't know. It's pretty cool. I'm actually pretty excited about it to have, just because I feel like I don't know. I don't think they're rare, but I mean this album came out quite a long time ago, considering I just listened to it. But it was kind of a coincidence that I was able to find that. So I thought that was pretty cool. So I figured I'd use this just as a track list lister, so I can kind of go through them to figure out which ones I'm going to rank. But yeah, so you have the orange vinyl, but it's really rare and expensive. Oh, okay. That actually sounds like a cool color. I didn't know I wouldn't really associate orange with this, but I can totally see like the not prison, but in one of the videos she kind of wore a, a prison thing, and that kind of reminds me of that. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't think this one's rare, but first one I own. That's really cool that you have that. Um, okay, so I guess I'll just go and see how I'm going to rank this album. I've made two of these now. What rep? No, three. I don't know how many minutes. I usually do like a tier ranking, which is easier to do because a lot of them deserve certain rankings. It's hard to do like a 1 through 15, but I think I might start from the bottom. Like, what's my lowest song? So, lowest one, I think in the number 15 spot is going to be. I think it's going to be. Oh, you don't have it. I thought you meant you have it. Oh, you're just telling me that that exists. So in number 15, I'm going to put it. This is why we can't have nice things. I've grown to appreciate it a little bit more, but it's still not my favorite song. So I'm going to put that as number 15. This is why we can't. Man, this is a long title. Have nice things. Okay. So I think that's going to be number 15. And I'm probably going to change this around. So there will be like scratching this off. 14. This is already going to be hard because I really like a lot of the songs. Um, 14, I think, is going to be gorgeous. I feel like a lot of people really like that song, but I didn't dislike it, but it wasn't my favorite either. Um, I liked it more on the tour when I watched it on there. So I will give it that. And I thought it was really cool that she shouted out like it was like her band members or her singers, and it was kind of cool that she did that on that tour, which made me like it a little bit more. But there's just so many better songs I think on this album that I can't not give it that. 13, I don't know. I'm starting to get where I don't know what to put next. Maybe I'll do Look What You Made Me Do. Because do I really listen to that much? Probably not. Well, I'm not saying does anyone listen to that, but is that one that goes into your rotation if you're listening to Reputation? Like I would listen to it if I watched the album all the way through, or listen to the album all the way through, but I don't know if I would go out and seek listening to that one. That's kind of where I'm at with that one. So I'll put Look What You Made Me Do. Me do at number 13. Number 12. Number 12, I think, is going to be Endgame. I think I'm going to have to put Endgame at number 12. I actually really like that one, but again, so many good songs on this album that it's hard to, like, I don't even know exactly what my top 3 is. I really don't. Okay, so number 11. See, I might have to go to the top now just so I could fill in the middle because I genuinely don't know what to do it for. Okay. Number 1, I think. Number 1 has to be Call It What You Want. That's going to be my number 1 personally. So I'm going to put Call It What You Want at number 1. That's going to have to be number 1 no matter what. Like that's like the best song on the album, and I feel like most people would agree with that. I think. I mean, it's hard to negate that Call It What You Want is a great song. So I'm going to put that at number 1. Number 2. Does number 2 have to be Getaway Car? Or Don't Blame Me? Ooh, or Dancing with Our... See, like, I don't know. Which one do I listen to most? Okay, I'm going to go Getaway Car 2. So Getaway Car is going to be number 2. Number 3, I think, has to be maybe Dancing with Our Hands Tied. Because I really like Don't Blame Me, but Dancing with Our Hands Tied was really good. Getaway Car is number 1. See, it kind of is because it's so much more upbeat and fun, but just, I don't know what about Call It What You Want was so good. I saw a TikTok actually of she performed that on the Eras tour, and I know Reputation is mostly about her ex-boyfriend, but people were like saying that she was singing it really fast because she was just trying to get through it. I don't know if that's true. I don't want to spread like misinformation, but I saw that recently and I was like, oh, that's kind of depressing. But it's still such a good song. I guess number 3 for right now, I think I'm going to put it as Dancing with Our Hands Tied. That's going to be my number 3. With Our Hands Tied. Okay. So number 1, Call It What You Want. Number 2, Getaway Car. Number 3, Dancing with Our Hands Tied. I forgot about I Did Something Bad. Okay. 4 is going to be Don't Blame Me, I think. Like, I think I'm just gonna make a draft of this and then go back and see like if I was very wrong on this. So 3 dancing with her hands tied, 4 don't blame me. Okay. Ooh, dress is a good one too. But is that top 5 worthy? I don't know. Yeah, it kind of is. It kind of is. I'm gonna put dress. I'm gonna put dress as number 5. And then 6 will be I did something bad, I think. I did something bad. So the top 6 would be Call It What You Want, Getaway Car, Dancing with Our Hands Tied, Don't Blame Me, Dress, I Did Something Bad. I feel like that's pretty good. Um, what's left? So It Goes. Oh, I messed up. I'm gonna put So It Goes 7, but I'm gonna have to fix that because that was one of my favorites on this album. Um, so I have 4 spots left, and that would be ready. It'd be Ready for It, Delicate, King of My Heart, and New Year's Day. Okay. Um, how is Gorgeous not on this list? It is. It's number 14. I started from the bottom, so I'll read the whole thing in a second. But Gorgeous is actually number 14 on the list so far. Okay, I'm gonna put. Man, this is hard. Like it actually is. I'm gonna put Ready for It at 8 because it's like middle tier on the album for me, but it's like the best tour song because I listened to um I watched the Rep tour. I went to the Eras tour, and I recently watched the Red tour on my Patreon, and that started with State of Grace. So Ready for It has is definitely like the best tour song for sure, to me at least. Okay, so Ready for It. I guess King of My Heart could go next. No, Delicate first. Then King of My Heart. And then the last song I have is New Year's Day. Okay. So I have them all filled out and slotted, but again, I think this might be subject to change. Right now, it reads, you're not going to be able to see this because it's backwards, I'm sure, but it says, Call It What You Want is number 1, 2 is Getaway Car, 3 is Dancing with Our Hands Tied, 4 is Don't Blame Me, 5 is Dress, 6 is I Did Something Bad, 7 is So It Goes, 8 is Ready for It, Delicate is number 9, 10 is King of My Heart, 11 is New Year's Day, 12 is Endgame, 13 is Look What You Made Me Do, 14 is Gorgeous, and This Is Why We Can't Have Nice Things. So that's kind of where I'm thinking, but what sticks out that feels wrong, again, is So It Goes. I think So It Goes should go higher. I just don't know what I would really knock off for it. Probably Dress. Dress I put at number 5, and So It Goes at 7. I think I would just interchange those two just because So It Goes is better. That ad lib part at the end of the song, it sealed it. How did you start listening to? So I started because my sister's my niece is 6 years old and she is obsessed with Taylor. Well, my sisters are too, but we got Eras tour tickets, and when we got tickets, they gave me. Well, I got invited to go, and it started from there where I was like, this was even before all of the major hype on TikTok about this tour, but it was kind of like I didn't want to. I saw people saying like you can't really not here. I wasn't on YouTube yet, but people were saying like you can't not go to a tour and not know the music. And I was like, fair. Like I don't want to be bored there either. So I was like, let me try to start listening to some of the music. And before I knew it was what I know now as the Eras tour, I just thought most people just tour their most recent album. So that at the time, I think we got tickets in like November, maybe December. I can't remember, but it was towards the end of last year. So when we got tickets, I was like, okay, I'm going to start with Midnight's. And then I had also seen a TikTok of people being like, Taylor Swift's lyrics or something along the lines where like it's so analytical that like you could write literal like college papers on the way that she writes her songs. And I was like, that's a really interesting take. So then I've definitely seen reaction videos, obviously, but I was kind of like, I'm not a good, well, I'm not saying I'm good at this at all, but I'm not good at like reacting, I don't think. Like, I'm not overly energized or have like, oh my God, like, and that's cool for people, but I'm just not that person. So I was like, okay, how can I make this a video, but just talking? So that's kind of what I did. I started listening to Midnight's in December and making videos on it. And then I started doing a couple other artists as well, but it's mostly been this. So pretty much everything that you could scroll down through on YouTube is the music that, at least from Taylor, that I've listened to. But now that it's what, July, it's been over 6 months, and I've listened to a lot of albums at this point. Listened to Midnight's, uh, Folklore, Evermore, Red, and now Reputation. So whenever Speak Now comes out, that'll be the sixth album on this channel. So actually, I feel like I'm kind of almost done. I think there's 9 albums. So not too much longer until I actually do it all. But I'm excited for Speak Now. A lot of people have been saying that it's it's one of her best ones. But then again, everyone kind of says that about every album, which to be fair, it is. Like every time I listen to one, it is low key topped. But I don't know. People say this one's really good. I heard a couple songs from this album already, in which I'll talk about when I get into that video. But on the Red tour that I just listened to on Patreon, she had 2 Speak Now songs. One was it was Mine, and the other one was it Sparks Fly or was it Mean? I don't remember, but there was 2 on there, I believe, that I listened to, and that was only like a couple days ago. So I do know a couple songs now. Okay, sorry, I start rambling and then don't really read. Um, how did you feel when she played the songs that you haven't heard of it? So by then, so I went to the Eras tour in April in Houston, Texas, and I think I had finished Folklore, Evermore, Midnight's, and Red. So I had done a lot at that point. Like I think I had just started Reputation at that point, or I was in the middle of Reputation. So I didn't really know a lot of The Lover, which I didn't feel bad, but like that was like the opening part of it. So that one was like you could tell that everyone was obviously high energy for the start of the tour, obviously. And I didn't have that at first just because I didn't know. I knew The Man. I knew that song. But other than that, I really didn't know the set list from Lover. And then I had such a good time with the Folklore and Evermore because I actually genuinely knew those songs. Like I had listened to them on this channel and then I just kept those on repeat. Uh, Red, I think she only played like the hits. So I knew those before the album. Like it was hard not to know We Are Never Getting Back Together. I think the most surprising one from that one was like All Too Well. 10 albums. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I thought it was 9. I don't know where I got that from. You're very user fun. Thank you. I appreciate that. I rarely classify myself as fun, so it's nice to hear that. Thanks. Um, so sad she didn't play Long Live at the tour. 100% sure she's saving it for the re-record shows next month. Okay, so who told me about Long Live? Oh, I have heard that song too. Okay, I forgot about that. That was in the Reputation Stadium tour. She played that because people were telling me that was from, I think it was a mashup, or it was not the full song, but she did play that when I watched Reputation, and people were saying that it was about fans. So I kind of know the the lore, I guess, about it. But other than that, I don't know that much. I'm pretty excited for. This is the first time, or should I say that? Yeah, this is the first time I think I've been, I guess, here for like a release album. So I think it's kind of exciting to finally have an album where, uh, well, you guys I'm sure have heard like the actual album, but like the vault tracks, from what I understand, are completely unknown. So like it'll be like the first time that we're all kind of in the same boat when it comes to like knowing the songs. Like every time I make a video, I know you guys know what it's about. So this one is the first time that I feel like we are all kind of clueless, I guess. um Excited to see the one with Tomato Speak Now. What area do you think she'll be TVing next? Um so she's, what does she have left? Reputation's one to be left. And how many? There's six. So this is the third one. So there's Reputation. I don't know what the her one that's titled Taylor Swift. That's what this, I put this one for this live. um that's one of the debut. Oh, and 1989. Okay. Yeah. I was gonna say Fearless, but she did Fearless. I just haven't listened to Fearless yet. Um which one do I think she would do next? I feel like the one that's her name should be last, because if you call them Taylor's version, wouldn't you want to be like Taylor Swift, Taylor's version, kind of like you own yourself? I feel like that would be kind of cool. So I think that one should be last. Um Reputation or 1989. I don't know. I do certain albums have like certain seasons, because I know people have said like Red, you listen to that when Starbucks, or it's like September or something like that. So like do like 1989 or Rep have certain seasons, because I feel like maybe it would correlate to seasons. But then again, I guess is Speak Now a summer album? I don't know. 1989 is Nick for sure. Oh, I would believe that. I mean, 1989 has a lot of like, it almost feels like every song was a hit, like a hit. Like I haven't listened to the entire album, I don't think, but just from the Eras Tour set list, it was like, okay, I know every song, and I haven't even gotten to that album on here. I wonder if we'll get that music video drop tonight. Oh, is there a music video? I didn't know that. I only knew the album and the vault tracks, but that's a part of the album. I'd be cool if there was a music video. I I watched. Oh no, that was the Vampire. I was thinking of. I just watched a music video recently. Did you guys like that song, Vampire? I don't know if anyone listened to it. That's just one of the most recent things I listened to. 1989 was meticulously crafted from start to finish, and it shows well. I haven't really heard it that much, but I feel like I would agree with that, because, like I said, like most of the songs seem like they were hits, I guess you could say. Um, I feel like that's kind of funny that 1989 is what you said, that is because I feel like everyone describes Red as like the complete opposite. Like that one was just like all over the place in the best way. Like they had some cool songs on there, but that one was just like every thought in an album. Yeah, she recorded something months ago in London with Speak Now, Hair, and Props. Oh, yeah, I don't know. Do you have a guess of what song that might be? I have no clue. I don't even know which ones have music videos for this album. Vampire was just fine. So I listened to it and I didn't dislike it. I actually really didn't. But it's just, I thought like the chorus was boring. The verses and the bridge are, yeah, like those were good. And I liked the video, but I thought like the, the chorus was kind of boring. Oh, it's been stuck in your head since the release. That's awesome. I mean, I've been seeing that it's been like going wild. Like it's very popular. And I think it's a good song. Like I said, I just thought the chorus could have done more. Wild guesses for Castles Crumbling. Okay, that's the one. Let me see. I think I have. Is that the one that is that a collab one? I think it is. Because I had pulled it up earlier to see like what the track list was. Oh yeah, it is. Okay, that one has Paramore. Paramore actually. I'm from Louisiana, and they are playing the smoothie. Well, they're playing in New Orleans, Louisiana tonight. Actually, Paramore. I've been seeing a bunch of people on my like social media saying like they're going to the Paramore concert tonight. And I feel like Castles Crumbling is going to be the all too well 10-minute version of the Speak Now album. Okay, I wonder if there's going to be a short film because I feel like someone told me in my comments not that long ago that they thought, I mean, it's just a thought, I guess, but there was a guess that she would do that since she basically like directs a lot of stuff now that it wouldn't be super surprising if she did make some sort of short film. But I thought, and again, this was just someone's thoughts, but I think someone told me maybe like Enchanted would be a like a short film, but I have no idea. I don't think there's been anything that says that anything is happening other than the album. I don't think. But I don't know. Are you guys going to, if you are listening, like when it comes out tonight, are you going to listen to the entire album or are you just going to skip to the vault tracks? Because I want to stay up to listen to something, but then I can't. Well, I could, but I'm not going to really listen to anything without like making the video because I kind of want it to be like obviously the initial listen. So I obviously need to start with Sparks now, I think, the first song. But I'm excited to hear other things besides like the things that everyone has heard. So like whenever you guys listen, do you just skip to the I don't want to say the good stuff to like the new stuff, or do you actually like sit and listen to the entire thing? Listening to it from start to finish, I'm curious about the better revenge and modern Taylor vision. What does that mean? I'm sorry. I don't. You probably said it right. I just. What does that mean? About better than revenge. Entire album start to finish. Absolutely. Okay. Fair. I feel like that makes sense because I mean, even though the lyrics are whatever isn't different, it's probably sounds different just because people said that with Red that things started. It's been like 10 years most likely between all of the albums. Apparently, she changed the lyrics to it. Huh. Oh, I wonder if that's gonna be like, oh man, what was that song? There was a song on Red's Taylor's version that for a while when I was listening to Red, I would try to listen to the old version versus the new version, and it was I didn't like it. But there was one that sounded so different. I know what it's called, I just can't remember what it's called. But that one sounded way different, and I actually liked the older version of it. So I don't know what song was that. I know it was one. I just don't remember what it was. Y'all, I'm sure you guys probably know. But let me see. I will drink all the coffee. I'll be listening to start to finish. I wonder how long it's going to be. I bet it's probably like an hour and a half. Begin again? I don't. Let me see. Is it begin again? No. Girl at home. Yeah. That one sounded a lot different than that version. And I don't really know why. Because I would figure that most of the reason to redo it is to like make it the same. But then again, I don't know. I'm sure there was a reason for it. But that one sounded very different than because like some of them when I was listening to it, you can kind of hear just like voice differences, but that's things just change. Like you can't really like replicate it exactly. But that one just was. We're gonna just give this one an entire like makeover or something. But yeah, I don't know. I'm excited to listen. I guess I'm going to maybe I might try to make my Sparks Fly video like tonight when it comes out, and I'll just do that one since I won't listen to the rest until I get there, which will probably be a while. So I know I'm going to see spoilers because I listen to one song at a time when I make these videos. So considering it's at the end of the album, I will not be hearing the song until like the new stuff until way later than you guys. Allegedly, the original was just a demo, and she went fuller on the vision for it. Hmm. Okay, I guess that makes sense. 104. So that's 90 minutes is an hour and a half. So that's like an hour. Oh Lord, I can't do math. That's like an hour and 45 minutes. That's pretty long, actually. I wonder how long was Red? That album's pretty long. That one was like 30 tracks. See, that one's 2 hour and 10 minutes. So it's a little bit shorter than I say a little bit, but it's a good bit shorter than Red Taylor's version. I wonder how long the original one was. Let's see. The Speak Now one was an hour and 30 minutes. So it's like 15 minutes longer. So 3 or 4 minute songs for the vault tracks. I guess that would make a lot of sense. But yeah. All right. Well, I am excited for you guys. I want to know how you enjoy the album. I'm sure I'm going to do something to kind of talk about the album. I don't know how, but I just wanted to come on here just to kind of do the reputation ranking and just talk to you guys for a little while. I know it's already been like 30 minutes and I am not the most entertaining, so I know when to end a thing. But before I do, I just wanted to, because I'm going to probably just post this on my channel for people to watch later if they're interested. I'm just going to read the ranking one last time. That way, if it got convoluted through this like 32-minute thing, just to the point of the video. So number 1 was Call It What You Want. 2 was Getaway Car. 3 was Dancing with Our Hands Tied. 4 was Don't Blame Me. 5 was Switched to So It Goes. 6 was I Did Something Bad. 7 was Dress. 8 was Ready for It. 9 was Delicate. 10 was King of My Heart. 11 was New Year's Day. 12 was Endgame. 13 was Look What You Made Me Do. 14 was Gorgeous. And then 15 was This Is Why We Can't Have Nice Things. So that is my Red ranking. Oh, why do I keep saying Red? That is my Reputation ranking. I want to say just thank you for everyone that's been watching the videos. Thank you for being on this live. I really appreciate it. Also, good news. I got an email today that I had, if anyone keeps up, I had a lot of issues posting that Reputation tour video because it got super copyrighted by Netflix. I begged them. I sent them a begging email and they released it. Like, it can just be there now. So I'm excited about that. So I don't, unless if something drastically changes, it's going to stay there. And I'm excited about that because I worked so hard on that one. But that top 4 is perfection. Thank you. I agree. I think it's a really hard to make a top 4 or 5 on this album because all of them are so good. But I feel pretty good about my top 5. But yeah, I hope you guys have, if you stay up, I know most of you are, I hope you guys enjoy the album. I hope that it's everything you guys wanted. I love that. Hey, thank you. Okay, so my ranking isn't that bad then. That makes me feel a little bit better because which one was it? Maybe it was Folklore. People were like, nah, what is this ranking? It was my second album or third. No, second. It was the second one I did. So maybe my tastes have just gotten a little bit better. I think my Midnights one was all over the place too. Just because like the 3 a.m. tracks felt like a different album and I really liked the 3 a.m. tracks. So like most of the 3 a.m. ones were like at the top of my list and then like rest of the album kind of was different. Your live chat is interesting. Thank you. Like I said, I'd never think of myself that way. So I appreciate that. Wow. All right. Well, again, I hope you guys have, you put Gorgeous 14. Yes. Okay. Before I go, what would you have put it at though? I need to know because like, what would you bop down to put Gorgeous there? I just need to know for science. I would like to know. Because number 1, well, all right. Respect that opinion, but like that can't, no, I can't get behind it. That's wild. That I won't judge, but I am judging a little bit. Yeah, I don't know how that could be number 1, but you know, that's the whole point of music. People have different different ones. Thank you for the stream. Thank you guys again. Thank you guys for being here. I'm sure I'll check in about the album. So I hope you guys have a great night. I want to make, I usually make categories first and then ranking. Oh, you go deep on that. If you ever want to send me, I'd like to know your ranking. If you have one for Reputation, feel free to like send me a link to it. I'd read it just to know because I'm interested usually in what you guys how you guys think about certain songs and everything, like what matters more, like vocals, lyrics, the whole thing. So if you ever want to send me, you don't have to. If you ever want to like show me that, I'd look at it. You can either maybe send it to me like I don't know how you would do it. You can comment it somewhere. If it's a link, you can follow me, or you don't have to follow me on TikTok, but you could find me on TikTok and send it there. I have an email. I don't know what is the preferred way to do that, but you're welcome to reach out about any of that. But okay, I've said it a couple times now. Thank you again. I hope you guys have a great night. Bye, guys.